Now then, so welcome back to the latest episode. So today I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Why not? I want to put a bit of variety on the channel, and don't get me wrong, love these driving videos, but I want to do a few tinker videos as well. And obviously it's coming up to winter where there's crap, so at some point I want to get in garage and do some like tinkering videos on this and some other toys and stuff that I've got, and just sort of fetch you along for a ride really with 'em. So in this episode, I've bought two accessories that I want to fit on this today. I've seen them on a couple of cars before, and I always used to think they look wicked. But I've always been a bit like, oh, do I want to buy them? Do I want to spend money? Because I'm as tight as a duck's ass kind of thing. And anyway, so cut a long story short, I were almost forced into buying them. I'll explain that in a little bit. I hear you ask, what have you bought? Well, let me show you. So I bought basically two bars. I'll show you what they actually do and what they're for, so one sec. So basically that double bar that you've just seen bolts to your overriders, and it's just a bit in a finishing piece on between your overriders, and I just like them. I just think they look pretty cool, and also it does add that little bit of protection because you don't really get much protection on the back of a Porsche, shall we say. I mean, you've literally just got these two little overriders, so if somebody did ever bump into the back here, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to do much, but it's a little bit better than it was. But I bought that on in a little bit, and I'll show you front side as well. So basically you've got the same kind of story. On this you've just got one single bar that basically bolts just smack between your overriders, but there's a little bit more substance to this one. So you can hang a number plate from the bracket. It's got two little holes that you can put a number plate on. More to that story. Why? What's this number plate? Well, a little bit of the story to tell. So, I mean, I've been driving classic cars for, God, maybe 15 plus years. I don't know if that works out mathematically, but it's quite a long time, whatever it is. And I've never run front plates on them, never in my life. It's just, I just prefer to look we are. Yeah, I know it's a little bit naughty, but I always sort of were led to believe that as well, that some classic cars, if they were sort of like import exemption, stuff like that, so if it didn't actually officially come with like a mounting bracket, that you didn't need to technically run one. And when you look online, it's a bit in a grey area. So I think it depends where you drop on. Anyway, I've never had any issues. I've been behind police and all sorts a million times, and nobody's ever said or had any issues. Well, that did change. So it was, oh God, when were it? A few weeks back anyway. We were at a show, really good show. If you've never heard of it, again, check it out. If you're up north, bonus, because it's close to you. It's called Drivers Collection, the club of people that run it. It's such a varied show, you know, they try to like include everybody in it. There's not like no snobbiness or all like that. It's just a nice, everybody sort of gets together and has a good time kind of thing with the cars. And I actually won a trophy, Best Patina. Absolutely buzzing. And I swear down, mate, I had no idea. I completely did not expect it. And of a moment with that, because I never expected it to really win a trophy at all. Because the car itself kind of looks just like a standard car, but it's had quite a lot of work done to it underneath that sort of don't get seen, don't get recognised. But I think that's the thing with like shows like that, they tend to understand what goes into like running these old cars, and it's more, it's not just face value, it's what goes on sort of underneath. So anyway, driving over from Drivers Collection, glorious evening, and I'm just cruising down the motorway, steady away, and then I sees it rearview mirror, this traffic cop comes down, and it were quiet, and I thought, oh God. And then all of a sudden he pulls in front of me, and I'm like, and obviously I had no front plate on car, and I'm thinking, is he just going to drive off? Is he just going to carry on? So keeps going for probably a mile or so, and then we get sort of to a junction, and I thought, if it's happening soon. Anyway, lights come on, follow me on back at car. So I thought, Christ almighty, here we go, he's going to do me now, right? So I followed him in. So you know what, fair play to Copper. I mean, it was sound. It was a nice guy, and he just says, look, I'm not here to be an arsehole with you, but he says, you can't really be driving about without a front plate in it. So like, so you know, we were just chatting about car for a bit, and he basically just said to me, "Look, get a plate on it," and that's that. He said that I should have received a letter with possibly a little fine in it as well, but it's not come through yet. So fingers crossed, we might not get it. And he might have drove off and thought, he was a nice guy, him, I'm not going to do him. But anyway, I'll stick to my word, I'll put a plate on it. The thing is with this car is I use it quite a lot. I mean, I drive it, like on these videos I go through Peak District, I'm here, there and everywhere, I'll be going further afield. So if it's on their system that obviously it's been pulled for not having a plate, I'm going to put one on it. So that's one of the reasons why I thought, well, I know you can get the rear brackets that go around that number plate area, but the front, it's got, like I said, number plate tabs on it. So like, buzzing. Weirdly enough, went on eBay that night once I got stopped, and both of them brackets came up for a rate bargain. And I thought, that's just fair, innit? You've got to buy them. So just bought them, came a couple of days later, and I thought, right, I'll do a video of chucking them on. So I want to get these on before I take car out for a spin properly. So yeah, we'll start digging in. I might start at back first. We'll get back one on, and then we'll get number plate on up front and everything else. So yeah, let's get set up, get some tools out. I'm also joined by the one and only local legend that is Winnie. She's probably a bit like, what's happening with this camera? So yeah, she'll probably be floating around with me today whilst we do it, because it's actually turned into nice weather. I'm not do it to you, nutbag. Hey, you're gorgeous, aren't you? Right, let's get set up. Comfy. Oh god. Oh. Hop right over there. So we're not making Boeing 747s here, and I'm not really going to do much measuring because I kind of want to do it more by eye rather than exact measurements, because I know that this side's had a little bump at some point in its life. I did try to straighten it out of a day a little bit, I knocked it in a little bit, but it's never going to look all perfect on other riders. I just want, as long as it looks in line with rest of the car, that's my main goal with it really. Because if I do it by measurements, it might look off, whereas I'd rather it look right and it be slightly off, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to offer it up on this side, make some hole marks where I kind of want it to sit on this side, and then I'll try and offer it up to this side best I can. So let's try and figure out which way this goes round. So there's like little tabs where it sort of like it hoops round the top of your overrider. It's best nice and easy fit. It's just two bolt holes, that's it. Probably have to take these off, bolt it on, and then put everything on at once. But I'll offer it up for the time being. Just figure out where I want it. Right. Pretty happy with that side, to be honest. That's obviously a little bit high still, but this side's kind of where I want it. So I'm gonna just put a little over here to drill. So like I said, I'll drill this side in first, and then actually, yeah. All purist now, I've been melting. Drilling, oh geez, oh god, oh my days. Now what I'm going to try and do, I don't know if it's going to actually work, But if I can just put a bolt in here just to hold it. Same with top, because you can't actually bolt these on without taking overriders off. But I don't want to take overriders off and then throw all my positionings out. So if I can get this on roughly where I want it, which is there-ish. You know what? Actually don't see it bad, that. So this is the thing, I wanna do it by eye, because I know for a fact that these are probably not straight and original, and bloody deck lid's probably been poked and prodded at some point in its life, so everything's probably going to be a bit skew with, so I'd rather it just look symmetrical rather than it measuring perfect. Again, I'm sorry if I am squinting a lot today, it's proper bright. I feel like I pick all angles with it, sun's just like burns your face off. Oh, does that want to go in a bit? Let me just double check from the top. Yeah. So, there in a bit. Do you know what? I'd say that's not bad, really. Lines up pretty nice, and about same as that one up top. I think I'm going to go for it. I'm happy enough, and if I'm happy, that's all that matters, isn't it? So to get overriders off on these, we've actually got to put this in, because it's been absolutely pissing it down for the last couple of days. So just try and avert the water, shall we say. Yeah, so to get overriders off, you've just got some Allen keys up here, and basically one bolt underneath there, straight off, nice and easy. So, let's hope I've got an Allen key, same size. So I'm a bit on limited tools at the minute, because we're just having garage built. So I'm like just running on bare bones at the minute. So that's why I'm doing this, just sat on drive, rather than in a nice comfortable garage. But to be honest, it's not that I'm not used to. I mean, every bleeding car I've had, I've always set to do it on road or something like that, so can't go muck, can we? Right. Let's get rocking. Cheers, Joel, for a bag of bits. Again, normally I'd have some of these, but all my tools are here, there and everywhere, because like I said, garage has been sorted at the minute. So let's get two at shortest ones. Get a few washers and all. And washers are directional, I'll have you know. So I always put shiny side. Well, say shiny, the smoother tapered side to your head. If you put it the other way around, nope. Not right, that. Do what you want. Just have good OCD. Ain't really. Just, that's how I do it. Right, what do we need? Allen, and I'm guessing 10 maybe? it's red hot today. Can't go at all. I mean, I wouldn't be English, would I, if I didn't talk about weather. But it's nice. Yesterday was shocking. Proper bad. Absolute monsoon. That's why I had to drive the car off this morning. I can't wait till it's back in garage and it's not just being sat outside all the time in elements. Let's button this bad boy up and then get right way, lad. Sorted. Here's where I realise it's all the wrong way around and it won't bolt back up now. And this is where I should have said, well, I'll try and button it back up and it don't fit, and I'm like, well, yeah, you should have measured it really, and if you'd have measured it properly, it would have. Don't worry about it. It's good enough for me. So it's going to go something like that. Sorry if my fat head's in way on this, but needs must. It might be a bit tight, of course. Just have to squeeze in a bit around everything. I'll make it work. Gonna make it look a bit presentable, aren't we? Moment to trophies are gonna line up with all. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. That's spot on, isn't it? Decent. I'll get front and banged on that. Should hopefully only take half at a time, because there's only 2 bolts in it. Oh no, there ain't, there's 4. But it won't take long. You're just basking in sun. Oh yes. Right, so this is front one, and obviously you can see there's 2 little number plate brackets, which was pretty cool. So again, I'm going to do a similar sort of thing as the back. I'm not going to measure note, I'm just going to bang it on. I'm going to eye it in and make it look something like. So apart from to these cars, they just look a bit frog-esque, don't they? And I like frogs. So yeah, it's probably why I like car. It does look a bit like a frog. And I bet when number plates on, it's going to look like a little mouth and 2 big eyes. I need to grow up. So it's a bit easier on this side to do it because I'm just going to bang it in there where I roughly think it needs to sit. So I've ended up getting a plate that just says California and Fresno on, because obviously cars from Fresno. If anybody worldwide has got a plate surround that matches the back, let me know, because I want one. There's one on eBay at a minute, but it says Porsche and Audi, and I just want Porsche. So it says Fresno Porsche. I mean, you'll see on earlier the video. Yeah. Let's get this mocked up. all enthusiasts will be going mad now. They'll be saying, oh, you can't be drilling original metal. Oh my God. Oh. Don't worry about it. So to get these overriders off, bonnet up, and you've basically got like 2 bolts coming in from back at bumper, and then they just drop off. So get bonnet pops and whiz them off. Right. So it's either going to be a 13 or a 15 mil, which I'm guessing it's going to be a 13. But it's been a while, so I can't remember. No, it's an Allen key. You know that, oh, it only took me 2 minutes, there's only 4 bolts. Oh my God, what a right nightmare. I think it's because water gets in, so bolts start rusting a bit, and there's just a right narrow little hole to get Allen key in, so it's a bloody nightmare. But I'll get that new bar bolted onto these now, and then hopefully we can start just banging it all back together. Got overriders off, and obviously got his holes drilled now, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get this bolted on now. So, see how we're going on with it. Just hope it's not too bad to bolt back on car once it's done. Pleased with that. It's gone alright. Lines up pretty straight and everything. So once number plate's mounted on that, good to go. So I've got number plate. I've basically, what I've done is I've just matched this up to the surround, because I want to make sure that if I do ever find a surround for it, that it'll fit still onto the front end. So I've put 2 little dots basically where they are, and then once that's drilled, it should just bolt onto that front end. Now I'm going to pilot drill these. What I mean by that is use a smaller drill bit, because I want these to be right and in right spot. So and don't ever do what I did once. I was drilling these on an old car, slick weight drill, and obviously metal teeth in this, spun straight on that and made a right mess at plate. I was like, oh, what are you doing? So just be careful when it goes through. Mounting points, try and drill them out properly. So it looks like it matches shape at bumper. And that's a job well done, to be honest. Nice and solid. Oh yes. And a nice new plate. So I'm not going to get told off by fuzz no more. Hopefully, anyway. Absolutely loves it. She can't get enough. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. So again, nice little steady job, to be honest. Just get them rear bars on, and then obviously front end number plate and everything that you've just seen. Only took about an hour or so. Well, it took a little bit longer obviously with changing camera and stuff like that, but I hope it's something that you enjoyed, something a little bit different. I'd like to do, like I said, more of these with things that I might be doing through winter, and you know, pottering with different bits of cars and stuff. So I'll keep them coming. Hopefully the weather picks up a little bit of it next, probably a couple of weeks, and then we can try and get back out for another rip in it. Go and find some more spots that you like to see. But I hope you've enjoyed watching. Keep with us. Thanks to... So, yeah, actually, just before I do end, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to, obviously, fairly recently, with quite a lot of new subscribers and stuff like that. It really does mean well. Channel is sort of like slowly growing, which is nice to see. I'm glad obviously people are enjoying it. I get a lot of positive comments, messages and stuff like that, so keep it coming. Comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. It's free, and basically all it means is that you get to be notified when I put a new video on. So I will see you at the next one. Cheers for that.